Okay, welcome back. So I just did a video talking about the Rangers, and now I'll do a second video talking about the Rangers. And this is actually some better news rather than what I just uploaded before. Not saying the other one was terrible, but at least there's some positive, there's some light to come out of New York after they traded their captain away. So Igor Shesterkin was in the last year, or currently is a contract at 5.665. He has re-signed with the New York Rangers on an 8-year deal worth $11.5 million. I'm going to make a prediction right now, and I'm just going to say because of Price and how he had his contract over $10 million, and I believe Bobrovsky is also making $10 million as well. This is probably going to be a trend. I feel like just moving forward, there's just going to be more money and more money for players, and it's going to be crazy to think about because imagine if you played back in the day, back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 90s, any other decade besides the one we're in now. You were lucky if you got paid X amount of money. And now it seems as if a rookie contract could be at least a minimum of $1 million. If it hasn't happened yet, it will happen. And with the money going up, there's going to be a lot of people that they're going to want to get paid over $10 million. And I'll say this right now, this is probably going to be a trend if it hasn't started already, that goalies moving forward, they're probably going to be asking for $10+ million for almost every single team. Now, if the team doesn't have the money, and obviously they have to suck it up and make under that, they'll have to deal with it. But for a team like New York, they always have money. They'll never, ever be broke. Let's be completely honest with you. I have no idea what their net worth is as an organization in a whole, but yeah, they got money. So I wasn't too surprised about Shesterkin getting this deal. And a lot of people could say it's a lot of money. And just like with any contract, especially for a long-term contract, the one thing I'm a little hesitant about is when players get older, they get up into their early, mid, late 30s. Can they really live up to that contract that they signed 8 years ago? Like, do you really honestly think Shesterkin's going to be an elite goalie when he's 36 years old? He'll probably still be good. I mean, Lundqvist had a very good career with the Rangers, and Richter had a very good career with the Rangers as well. I will give them New York a credit when it comes to the goaltending prospects and whoever does that field of work, because it's been a home run, like I said, for basically three goalies. Whether when they drafted Richter, when they drafted Lundqvist, and now they drafted Shesterkin a few years ago. Whoever's been looking at the goaltending aspect of that, if they haven't already gotten a raise, they sure deserve one, to say the least. And I know it hasn't been the same person because Richter, I know, was drafted in the early 90s. So that would be over 30 years. Now, if it was the same person drafting the goalie for over 30 years, then he's done a fantastic job. I have a funny feeling people have moved in and out of the organization. But yeah, for the Rangers, it's been a home run every single time they draft a goalie. Doesn't matter where they're from, doesn't matter what their background is. They seem to find an elite goaltender all the damn time. And the Rangers are very capable of going on a cup run if they can get their ish together. This season just has been a little off, and Shesterkin has not been himself, but I guarantee he'll turn the tide, and he could easily lead this Rangers squad into a playoff berth. Whether it's a division spot is up for grabs, because I'm pretty sure they're about 8 points out of a playoff, or out of third place of that division. So they very well could be looking at a wild card position at best. I'm pretty sure they are seated in one of the one or two wild card spots as we speak. But I think it'll be very tough for them to go on a crazy run and get into that top three, because the other three teams seem to be pulling away just at the right time. But for me personally, I think this is a fantastic contract. We'll take a look at his stats here in just a quick second. I'm not going to go through everything, but I just do want to show that heading into this year, I don't have the stats for this season. I know he has been playing a little poorly at times, letting in a lot of goals. But if you look at his NHL totals coming into this season, for his save percentage, it's .921. His goals against average is 2.43. So if you're letting in just over 2 goals a game, you have a very good shot at doing something. And you can see the amount of shutouts he's had the last X amount of seasons. He had 4 shutouts last year, 3 shutouts, 6 shutouts in 2022, 2 in 2021, none in 2020. That was just his first year with the Rangers. So he can stop the puck. Again, he has been battling this year and hasn't been that consistent, unfortunately. But if I had the money and I had the option to sign this guy long term, I probably would too. But I think 11 million over 8 years is a little too much. especially when you're paying for him for the play that he's playing right now, not in 8 years. Because I'm telling you, over time, the contract might look bad. Maybe when he gets into this 34, 35, 36 year range, I don't think he'll be having save percentages as good as they have been, but they could still be a playoff team for a number of years. They just have a lot of talent around him. But yeah, so the Rangers have signed Shesterkin through what's this now, 2025. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the 2033 season will be when his contract uh, ends up being, which could be the last year that he plays. Who knows? Unless he pulls a quick in the backup and plays till he's in his 40s. But I think a good contract signed now. But again, I don't think in 8 years he'll be putting up the numbers that he is. I mean, look at Price's career, and obviously you could say that they didn't have a good team built around him, whether it was the offense or defense, but his numbers definitely did regress towards the end of his career. So again, I don't think Shesterkin's going to be putting up a 920, 930 save percentage over the next 8 years. But you, again, because the money and the cap is going up year after year after year, goalies are going to want to get paid more. And as I said, I can see this easily being a trend. I can see other teams following in the same footsteps, because really without a goalie, you got nobody. Like, you need somebody to be able to stop the puck from time to time. And for now, again, I want to sound like a broken record, I would give him the money now, but in 8 years, that contract might come back to bite them in the butt. All right, that's going to take care of my video for Igor Shesterkin's contract extension. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, and as always, take care.